Hey guys, Jim here with another video for you. This is 50 Years in Film, my top 10 favorite films of 1982 and 1983. But before we begin, at the end of this video, if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, and hit me up with those comments. Let me know what your favorite movies are from these years. As always, we're going to issue a couple of caveats before we begin. Number one, these are only the films that I include on Blu-ray. I do not include anything that I own on any other physical media or films that I don't own. Number two, these are my favorite films, not the best. These are the films that I tend to watch more often than others from that particular year. So like last time, we're going to go through 2 years at once. We're going to start off with 1982, which was an extremely difficult year for me to do. Not only to rank the films, but to only come up with 10, because there are so many great movies from that year. And a lot of them, quite honestly, it's nostalgic. So that's why I had to leave some of those films out. But we're going to start right away. We're going to go down, starting with number 10, and we're not going to go into plots too much. Starting at number 10, we have The World According to Garp, starring Robin Williams, Glenn Close, and John Lithgow. This was directed by George Roy Hill. Absolutely love this movie. Number 9, Walter Hill's 48 Hours, starring Nick Nolte, and in his big screen debut, Eddie Murphy. This is just the disc from my Steven Spielberg collection, coming in at number 8 is E.T. In 1982, this would have been number 1. Coming in at number 7, Tobe Hooper's Poltergeist. Number 6, George Romero's Creepshow. Top 5. Number 5, from my Star Trek collection, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Number 4, from my Rambo collection, First Blood. Number 3, and I can't believe I forgot this on the original video for 1982, George Miller's The Road Warrior. One of the best action movies ever. I absolutely love every moment of this movie. Number 2, John Milius's directed Conan the Barbarian. And again, I have to give a shout out to the score. The score on this movie from Basil Polidoris is incredible. Number 2 is Conan. And number 1, and this shouldn't be much of a shock to anyone, John Carpenter's The Thing. My favorite horror film of all time. I absolutely love The Thing. I've gone on record on several videos, so I won't go any further. But The Thing is a great movie. So for 1982, we have number 1 is The Thing. Number 2 is Conan the Barbarian. Number 3 is The Road Warrior. Number 4 is First Blood. Number 5 is Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Number 6 is Creepshow. Number 7 is Poltergeist. Number 8 is E.T., the Extraterrestrial. Number 9 is 48 Hours. And number 10 is The World According to Garp. And before anybody asks, Blade Runner was number 11. Okay, 1983, guys. This one wasn't as hard to do because there weren't as many movies to choose from, quite frankly. But once I chose the 10, yeah, it was just as difficult to rank. So here we go again. Starting off at number 10, Cujo. Directed by Louis Teague and starring Dee Wallace. Number 9, Bad Boys. Directed by Rick Rosenthal, starring Sean Penn, Esai Morales, Clancy Brown, and Ali Sheedy. Number 8, and again, one that I forgot to include on the original video, Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead. Number 7, John Carpenter's Christine. Number 6, Uncommon Valor. Directed by Ted Kotcheff and starring Gene Hackman, Patrick Swayze, and Fred Ward. Top 5. Number 5, Psycho 2. Starring Anthony Perkins, Robert Loggia, and Vera Miles. Directed by Richard Franklin. Number 4, David Cronenberg's The Dead Zone. Starring Christopher Walken, Martin Sheen, Tom Skerritt, and Herbert Lom. Top 3, guys. I did not break the disc out for this. Star Wars, Return of the Jedi. Starring Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford. Directed by Richard Marquand. Number 2, Brian De Palma's Scarface. Starring Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Robert Loggia. And my number 1 movie from 1983, Risky Business. Starring Tom Cruise and Rebecca De Mornay, and written and directed by Paul Brickman. Quite simply, it's one of the most iconic movies from the 80s. So to recap 1983, at number 1 we have Risky Business. Number 2, Scarface. Number 3, Return of the Jedi. Number 4, The Dead Zone. Number 5, Psycho 2. Number 6, Uncommon Valor. Number 7, Christine. Number 8, The Evil Dead. Number 9, Bad Boys. And number 10, Cujo. And before anybody says anything in the comments about The Evil Dead being from 1981, you are correct. That movie is from 1981. However, it was not released in the United States until 1983. That's the reason why it's included on this video. And that's also the reason why I forgot it on the original video, to be honest. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, please, again, give me a thumbs up, a possible subscribe, and most importantly of all, please leave those comments. I cannot wait to hear from you. And until the next one, we'll see you then.